I'm in my kitchen, so I just wanted to come on today to talk to you about my next, what I'm going to be doing next at my allotment. And today is like a planning day, so I've got a really lovely book. It's called Allotment. In fact, I've got it here. It's like the Bible for me. I love to have books like this. It's a month by month allotment guide. It'll probably come the other way around, but it's a very old book by Alan Buckingham, and I know you can go online and I know you can Google things, but this is brilliant because I could just literally go to February, the month of February, there we go, month of February, and it tells me top tips for tasks for February, what I need to grow indoors and outdoors, and that's really all you need. It gives you what you should be growing, how to prepare your soil for it, and so on. So that is my go-to. So I've got February open, I'll leave it open. Not much happens in January. All you can do is really prepare everything, like clean all your tools and make sure your secateurs are all sharpened and your tools are clean. Look, do any repairs to them, see if you need to replace them. So I looked over a couple of my hand forks, and one of them is the handle's a bit broken and it's not very comfortable on your hands, so I want to get some decent stuff. And I was looking, I had some vouchers at Christmas for one of the local garden centres, so I'll be using those to buy a couple. I looked today at the price and they look pretty good. I've been there today. Didn't take my vouchers with me because I thought I really want to use them for something that is special. So rather than buying seeds and stuff like that, something that I can think, oh, that person bought me this hand tool or whatever. Anyway, so January is all about preparing, cleaning, making sure your shed's clean, maybe wash all your pots that you need to use, your seed trays, make sure things are clean. You don't want to be growing vegetables in dirty pots, you know, you want to a little bit of disinfectant in them maybe. There's the J's fluid you can use. So all these things are really useful to do in January. Then come February, it starts to get busy. So what I do in February is I start my seed potatoes, and I went down to my local garden centre today, and they've got amazing rows and rows of, I should have took you down, rows and rows of potatoes, and you kind of sport for choice, so you have to like read what you want, what sort of potato you want and how many you want, you know, because you might buy too much of one thing and you maybe don't like that potato. And some of the varieties are things that you don't get in the supermarket, so things like Maris Piper, King Edward potatoes, they're quite common, but the ones I've bought are quite different. So what you want to do first of all is you want to get your seed potatoes and you want to start collecting your egg boxes. So I've just got this one. I've got loads up in my shed, not the allotment, which I'll use, but I'm just going to show you, for the purpose of this video, just show you how I chit my potatoes. And I'm going to use this box here. I'm going to take it in half, I'm going to rip it in half, so it will sit on my shelf in my windowsill. You want somewhere that's warm. You don't want it too warm, but you don't want it cold. You want somewhere where it's quite light, because what you want to get is this chit of the potato. I'll show you on one of the potatoes. The little eyes, you know, when you peel a potato, you get little eyes in them. That's where the little shoots come through that you put in the ground, and then the potato is basically starting it off, really. Now, there is the jury's out on this. Some people say you don't need to chip potatoes. Some people say yes, it brings them on a little bit quicker. I always chip mine. I kind of like doing it, you know. So I've got some potatoes here, and the garden centre I go to, I wish they'd use potatoes. I wish they wouldn't use plastic bags. But so you want to take them out of the plastic bags as soon as you get them home, otherwise they're going to get sweaty. Okay, so this one is called Nadine, and this is a second early, so I don't want that one yet. Well, I do want it, but I'm not going to show it on this video. I'll tell you what I've got first of all. So I've got Nadine, which is a second early. I've got a Red Duke of York, which is a first early. So I'm going to put that to one side because I'll show you with that one how I chip my potatoes. The next one I've got, read it through the thing here, and this is called Accord, and it is a second early. So I'll put that over there with that other one. I got some, I know what these are called, these are pink fir apples, and these are salad potatoes. So these are kind of, I would put these midway, like probably second early, so I'll put them with that. And then I've got 2 main crops. So I've only got 1 lot of first earlies, which is the, I think it's the Red Duke of York. Here I've got main crop, and the main crop I chose was, I can't read it here, let me just go to the light. Yeah, Pentland Drill, I think, or Pentland anyway. And the other one is, I've lost it. It doesn't matter anyway. I've got lots of different potatoes. So this is the particular one I'm going to plant. This is the, I think this is the first early, and this is called the Red Duke of York. Okay, this is a red potato. I quite like red potatoes. Really doesn't matter too much, does it? So I'm going to take it out of the plastic bag. And you want to really buy your seed potatoes this month. You don't want to buy them too late on, because what you'd start to get is they chit and they get really long, you know, the tubers or the shoots coming off. They get really long and leggy, and then they have taken a lot of the goodness out of the potato. So if I take the potato quite close, you'll see here these little like eyes on the potato. And there is, you can't see it, but there's a little tiny chit there at the top there. I don't know if you can see it. If I take it to the light, can you see there? If I take it to that, there's just a little tiny shoot round about where my finger's coming up there, just up there. So that is what's called the shoot, the chit. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put them in the egg box. So you're going to try and find where the chit is. I'm going to keep the chit to the top. Doesn't matter too much, because they will grow from either side. There's another chit there, and they're starting to shoot. There's another one you can see, a little shoot, so I'll put that in there. And the nice thing about using egg boxes is because they keep nice and away from each other, so they're not going to be sitting next to each other and getting hot and whatever. So I might buy a few more of, I think I've got an awful lot of main crop, so that goes in there. They sit snugly. That one's the little chits there, so I'm just going to move on. This is a 10 egg box. Okay, there's the chit there. I think I've got, oh, that was handy. I've got 10. And there's another one and another one. So I'm going to put my little identification, because there's nothing worse than planting the wrong ones. So they're Red Duke of York, okay? And then I will put those aside, and then I could do the rest. I'm not going to show you on camera doing all of these. I think this one is the second early. This might be another first early, second early. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So the rest are going to be either second earlies, main crop, which is this one, which is the, I can't remember what it was now. This particular one is the main crop, and that one is, I can tell you, oh, I think it's the Pentland one, isn't it? Pentland Dell. Yeah, so I might buy some more main crop, because I don't think I've got enough there. Now, I like apples, I like potatoes, but there's part of me that doesn't eat them all the while, you know, like meat and two veg people that love their meat, two veg and the potatoes. I'm not kind of like that. I like potatoes. I love roasted potatoes. I like them in salad, so that's why those pink fir apples, apple type, are really good. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to come off camera slightly. I'm going to pick up some of the things that I'm going to plant this month as well, but they're off camera, so I'm just going to go and get them out of my truck. Okay, so these are what I'm going to show you now. These are a bit muddy. I haven't washed them for a reason. Okay, these are Jerusalem artichokes, and these are an amazing crop to have. These were given to me by a client. They're very knobbly. They look like really knobbly. And you want to, when you take them out of the ground, you get loads and loads. You get buckets full. And they're nice roasted. I make them into soup. They're really delicious in soup. They're nice for roast, and also I dried some. In fact, I'll show you the dried ones that I dried. I dehydrated. I dehydrated these last month, so you can see there's literally about 1 kilo of these things in here. I gave them a massive wash. It took me ages to wash them. I had to get a brush to them. And then what you can do is you can dehydrate these and you can put them in casseroles and so on, okay? You can also eat them like a chip. Don't taste much really. Just taste a bit potato kind of thing. They're not a potato, they're a root vegetable. So, okay. They do have quite a nice taste. Anyway, these can be planted maybe at the end of this month. Maybe March when the soil's warmed up a little bit. So, you're going to take this out. I'm just checking my recording that it's okay as time-wise. Yeah, so you can use these. You're going to take them, you can maybe cut them in half and you can just literally plant them as they are. I'm going to wash a few of these and dry them on my windowsill so they're ready for planting. It doesn't matter if you planted them like that really, but you only want to plant maybe that amount because each one of these tubers is going to give you a bucket full. I was only given maybe 3 of those and I've literally had 3 buckets of this particular thing. So I don't want too many of these. So I've got an area at the bottom of my plot. They don't mind growing anywhere really. It doesn't matter how rich or how poor the soil is, they will grow. They are they're actually the family of sunflowers and they do look like a sunflower. When they start to grow, they look like a sunflower. And last year I got really confused because I had loads of sunflowers coming up and I also had these growing at the same place. The sunflowers had actually naturalised, they'd actually grown there from seed out of the compost. So I had sunflowers and then had these Jerusalem artichokes growing, and the Jerusalem artichokes have a blue flower, so you know that they're different, right? However, the wind blew some of them down and I didn't know which was which. So it's a good idea to maybe put a little marker on the area, like a big stone or something, that you know that they're there. As I'm tasting this, it has a taste of a little bit like coconut, like a back taste of coconut. Never tried that before, so I've never tried those dried ones before like that, so that's the first time. So those are going to go in. I'll give these a wash. I'll probably leave them in this little box, and then I'll literally put them on the windowsill, and then I'll plant these out in March. Okay. Other thing I'm going to put in my garden this month is some more garlic. Okay. So I went down to Dobby's, my local garden centre. These ones I bought from an independent garden centre. They have loads. They must have had about 40 different varieties of potatoes. Dobby's do some, but they're a little bit more expensive. And I picked up these garlic because the other garden centre didn't have any garlic. The reason I'm planting my garlic now, I put some garlic in about October time, and I'm not confident they're going to come up very well. They look a bit spindly. I saved quite a lot of my cloves from some ones that I'd grown last year, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they'll be fine. I like garlic and I use a lot of it, okay? For me, the garlic from the garden doesn't taste the same as shop bought garlic. I don't know what they do to the shop bought garlic. Some people say that they spray it before it comes into the country. I don't know. I always buy organic when I can anyway, but I'm using this particular variety. This is called French garlic, and it's called, it's just French garlic, it hasn't got a name. So you get 2 bulbs, and it was £5, which I thought a daylight robbery really. Some people use organic garlic from the supermarket and they use that and they get good results, okay? I don't know, but this looks quite big. It's quite big, chunky garlic, so I'm hoping these will get nice big bulbs that I can save the garlic for next year. I'll usually keep 1 or 2 cloves one side. The other's got a bit mixed up. So anyway, so that's my garlic. So that'll be grown, I should be growing that in the next couple of weeks. I should be putting it in. So this is kind of the last time you can actually grow garlic. best time, some people put it in like I did in October, some people put it in now. Either way, it'll catch up with itself, but sometimes it's just nice to get it in the ground and give it a little bit of a head start. Okay, so I'm still doing my ma. I'm still doing my time in between jobs. So I've made myself a cacao, and I'll show you this one. I bought this from Tesco's, and it's a Natura superfood organic hot chocolate. It's got cacao and it's got maca in it. Yeah, and you can also get one with lucuma. This one just got maca in, and it supports an active mind, the immunity and energy, and high in fibre, and it's got lots and lots of minerals and vitamins and things in. So that's something that I try and drink in the afternoon, or I tend to drink it before I go to bed. It's makes me feel quite calm, quite relaxed. Okay, so that's my ma time. I'm going to have a little bit of my ma. I'm going to really enjoy it. It's delicious. Anyway, so just going back to January, my last video, I talked about the ma, and I talked about my little plan here of when I spent money and when I didn't. As you can see, there is quite a lot of ticks on that chart, which is where I spent money. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 ticks of spending money. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of no spend. So it's kind of half and half really. But the last part of, well actually no, because I've got that's February. So 3 days of spending already in February. And we were only on Sunday and I've spent again. So I spent the 1st, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So it's my son's birthday tomorrow. So I've spent quite a lot today. I bought him a gift. I emailed it across to him. It's a voucher. I won't say what it is because he doesn't watch these videos anyway, but I'll tell you what I bought. I bought him a Hello Fresh voucher. Now, I'm not subsidised by Hello Fresh. I'm not going to be one of these people that, you know, sort of goes on about it, because I see a lot of people using Hello Fresh. I've never used it myself, but he's a busy lad and he loves cooking, and I thought it'd be really nice for him to have all the ingredients delivered and all the things that he can choose something for him and his girlfriend, and they can have a little date night or whatever. Or they can do something with the children, they can have something with the kids. So yeah, so I sent him that over, so that was his birthday present, so that was like 50 quid. Then I bought my potatoes. They were £8.50 for all those potatoes. You see, gardening's not cheap, is it? And the garlic was another £5, £4.99 I think it was. And then you have to buy your compost, you have to buy the horse manure. I'm lucky, as I say, I get some horse manure delivered. A friend of mine's got horses, so I'm very blessed with that. So what I'm going to leave you with for January, the thing it says in January, it's got this lovely diary, I love this. And it says, this month I'm grateful for. Okay, I'll share with some of the things I was grateful for, and you might want to write them out, your own little book of gratitude. When you're grateful for things, lovely things happen in your life, okay? So this month I'm grateful for having time to read books. I did read one book this month, and it was called Restless Molly Dober or Daughter or something like that. It's an Australian book, an Australian lady in the 1920s, really good book. And then books I've read, yeah, I've read that. Time away from my phone. I've spent quite a lot of time off my phone this month, and I've given myself time to do something else. So like now I'm busy with my garden, I haven't got time to go on the phone, so that's brilliant. So get yourself some hobbies really. Yeah, so also saving some money. I'm very grateful to save some money. I saved £150 on my carpet yesterday when I had it paid my deposit. Then it talks about reflections on calm, and how this month has come back, you know, how you've done with this feeling of feeling calm. And a lot of it was really about staying away from the phone, making space. I put, yes, time away from my phone, the space of Ma, making space to breathe, calm, slow down. And at the beginning of the month, I cutting down on caffeine. I wasn't drinking as much coffee. That's kind of increased again. I do like my coffee, good coffee. And more herbal teas. I've been drinking lots of herbal teas. My daughter, I showed you on my first video in January, is that lovely teapot that she bought me. It's over there somewhere. And I use that for my herbal teas, my blends that I make myself. So that's me really. It's 20 minutes. Sorry for a long video, but I wanted to get this out because I want to encourage you all to grow something. You know, we've got this little bit of annoyance with these food and chain supplies and things, and you know, when I went to Dobby's today, there was not as many plants as they normally are. I don't know if that's an issue because of this thing with Brexit, after Brexit, you know, like not getting as many things coming through, taking longer to let plants come through and all the rest of it. So try and grow your own. One thing you can do, and I'm going to reach down in here and see if I can find one. I might have used it, but if you've got any potatoes that are, oh, I can't find one. This is my potato store. If you've got some potatoes, these are organic. I always buy organic potatoes, but these have got the little chits coming through. You see these little chits? Now, if I put this on my windowsill and left it there for a couple of months, it would start to chit. Now, this is an organic potato, so I'd feel quite confident into putting these in my plot, and I have done. I wouldn't put in non-organic because they can get disease. I'm not saying organic doesn't get disease, but a lot of these potatoes are grown for eating. You wouldn't eat these seed potatoes. These are a different thing, right? So from that seed potato, you'll get your main, well, I'll show you when I get them growing, but off the old potato, you'll get loads of fresh potatoes. So I want to encourage you to grow something. Now, you can get a big tub, get some compost. You could grow yourself some garlic quite easily. You could put probably about one of these bulbs in one pot and you would get quite a lot of garlic, yeah? And also the potatoes you can put in big pots, and globe artichokes you can put in your garden. They are invasive though, that is just one thing to be careful of. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you can grow something this month and enjoy some Ma time, enjoy some space and some time for you. I've just finished I'm just about finishing my cacao. I'm going to give it more. That's lovely. And then this afternoon I'm going to be doing some planning for I'm going to do my plan for my seated yoga, have a bit of a tidy up in here. Yeah, so hopefully see you all very soon and have a lovely rest of your Sunday. It's Sunday right now, and I'll catch you all soon. Lots and lots of love. Bye everybody. Bye.